So here we have the BMW 420d convertible automatic on a 67 plate. I'm going to start off by showing you around the outside of the car, and then we'll hop in and run through some controls on the inside. But from the outside you can see that it's a two-door car with alloy wheels. Let's start off inside the boot and then work our way around the rest of the car from there. As we approach the back of the car, you'll see we've got reversing sensors, plenty of boot space as well. The roof will go into this section, which will obviously reduce the boot space, but this is what it's like at its kind of full capacity. So as we work our way back round to the front of the car, you'll see obviously I've put the roof down. It's a fantastic looking car, and you can see now that we've done a full circle of it, it's in brilliant condition the whole way round as well. So let's hop in and we'll run through some of those controls. Just briefly before we climb in, I think it's well worth seeing the interior from this exterior point of view. Firstly, with the driver's seat, you'll see it's electrically adjustable with two different memory settings. Full leather interior with the red stitching to match the steering wheel. There's plenty to run through on the dashboard, so let's hop in and we'll do that right now. Okay, so now that we're inside the car, we're going to start with the dials. On the far left, we have the fuel gauge, followed by the speedometer, and then the rev counter. The trip computer in the middle, you can change the information that's displayed up there by pushing a button on the end of the indicator stalk for various different bits of fuel economy information all the way back round to the beginning again. If we back out to the steering wheel, on the left hand side we have cruise control and speed limiter, and on the right hand side we have stereo controls as well as voice activation for the phone. So if you hit that button and ask it to dial anyone in your contacts list, it'll do that for you without you having to take your phone from your bag or pocket. That is of course once you pair the phone, and that's done on the screen in the centre. And just before we move on to that, you'll notice these paddles, the minus and the plus on the other side. That is for changing gear should you wish to. I'll show you that in a bit more detail in a moment. On the screen just here, we've got our various different options. Now you can see everything is being moved around by me. I'm doing that using the iDrive system just here. So this dial, twist it around, select the various options, push it down when you want to go into a menu. This also moves to the right, to the left as well, and up and down for various different menus within menus. It'll all become clear when you start looking through it. But ultimately, for example, if we want satellite navigation, we push that button down. If we just wanted to look at the map, we turn the dial to map, push the button down, and there we go, there's the map. If we wanted to access this panel to the left, we jog the dial to the left, turn the dial around, and it will go up and down, or we can press the main menu button to go back to the beginning. There's a full video, incidentally, showing how that satellite navigation works on our website and on our Facebook page. It's well worth checking that out. When it comes to music, this car has got DAB radio, FM, AM radio as well, CD player. You can stream music wirelessly via Bluetooth audio, and there's a USB input as well. That's where you pair your phone under the communication heading, and then you've got various different vehicle setting menus over to the extreme right hand side here. Working our way down, we've got the CD player, followed by dual zone climate control, so you can adjust the temperature independently on either side of the car. Fan speed up and down from here. When you're happy with those settings, you can turn the air conditioning on, or you can hit auto, and the car will maintain those temperatures for you by taking control of the fan speed itself. Just press auto again to override that. We've got a heated driver and passenger seat, which are obviously fairly handy in a convertible particularly. We then have cup holders and a 12-volt charging socket underneath there. The fully automatic gearbox. I mentioned the paddles. You can change gear up and down using this, or you can use the paddles, or of course just stick it in drive and it'll do it all for you. A very easy system to use. To the right hand side of that, we can change various different vehicle setups. Firstly, that turns on or off the front parking sensors. That button up the top turns off the traction control, and then you can change driver setups from Comfort, which we're in at the moment, to Sport or Eco Pro from there. Over here, just beneath the iDrive system, we've got these buttons here. So this is for the roof, which I'm going to show you in a moment, but these two buttons are particularly handy. On top of the heated seats, this car's got a heater that blows out of the headrest section, or just below the headrest section of the driver and passenger seats. For example, if I turn that on, I'm turning on the passenger seat one at full blast, and if I show you on the camera, you should be able to hear the fans blowing. So that's air blowing out of there, hot air, onto your neck, as well as the heated seat as well. It really does mean you can have the roof down in all conditions. Okay, so the last thing we're going to do is put the roof back up on the car. So all you've got to do is push the button with the picture of the roof on it, which was by the two seat heating buttons that I showed you a moment ago, and we just lift that button up, and here comes the roof. When the roof is fully done, as you'll see in a moment, the windows will automatically go up as well. That's front and rear windows all in one go. So the rear boot section is now closed. The front section will open, or will close up over that rear section. It will latch into place, and when it's done, we'll hear a beep. And then the windows will come up after that. And there you go. All that leaves me to say is thank you for taking the time to watch this video. If you'd like to come and see the car in person and have a test drive, please feel free to call any of our MJA sites. We'd love to hear from you soon.